Hey, this is Luis again with our 7 days of nutrition. So, what we went over on day one, 70 to 80% of your nutrition does come, or 70 to 80% of your results do come from nutrition. Number two, we discussed what a calorie is. It's basically a unit of energy. Day three, we discussed where we get calories from: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and alcohol. And we discussed on day four what a carbohydrate is. So we're going to discuss on day five what a protein is. Okay, protein is really, really important because it is basically the building blocks of your muscle. Okay, so those building blocks are comprised of amino acids. Okay. The cool thing that I love about protein is this: is that amino acids, you could use them for energy. Your body doesn't like to utilize amino acids or protein for energy, but it could do that, especially if carbohydrates are really low. So when it comes down with protein, these guys are the building blocks of muscle. Okay, and what I mean by that is that it's really simple. In order to build muscle, you have to eat muscle, and that's basically what protein is. And just like with anything, is that carbohydrates have a good and a bad, protein has a good and a bad. But the cool thing that I love about protein in its essence is not bad for you. It just depends on how protein is packaged. Generally, protein, like I said, is muscle, and what you'll do is you'll have what's called lean protein or fatty protein. Okay? And it all depends on where the cut of that muscle is. Ground beef, that's generally where you get your fatty proteins, and generally like your steaks or your chickens or things like that, those are your leaner types of proteins. The reason why fattier proteins are a little bit worse for you is because they do carry a lot more bad types of fats, generally like your cholesterols and things. Some cholesterol is good for you, however, a lot of cholesterol all at once could be potentially bad. And the other thing too is that if we look at it, fat does have 9 calories per gram. So with every fatty type of protein, it does have a lot of calories because you're not only getting calories from the protein, but you're also getting calories in the way of fats as well too. So that's why you want to opt for any type of lean protein versus fatty protein. The difference that you can tell between one or the other, if you bite down on a type of protein, if it's very greasy, the grease itself is the fat. If it's very lean, it doesn't have that greasy taste, that's going to be more of your lean proteins. Fatty protein, unfortunately, and I say this very reluctantly, bacon would be one, or ground beef. I'm like anybody else, I love my bacon, but at the same time is that I have to limit myself from the bacon, just step away from the bacon, but you could have those in moderation. When it comes down to your lean proteins, you look at the type of animal, such as chicken, turkey, and then also types of meats that do contain the word round. Like round meat would be really good. Anything that says like round top or anything along those lines, those are really good. Thin cut steak where you can cut off the fat around it, those would be good as well too. So that is your quick little lecture on what a protein is. And that takes care of day 5 of the nutrition.